Anita is a very skillful housewife. She has a lot of ideas to work upon, but most of her time goes in laundry. But not anymore.
Hello guys, my name is Vishal and I'm the CEO of the company that me and my partners have started together, known as the Trouble Free Trust. So now who are we? We are basically a laundry servicing company who are aiming to provide our services to anyone who needs to get their laundry done. Be it a student or an employee who doesn't have time to do their laundry, an aged person who need assistance with their laundry, and basically anyone else who needs to get their laundry done. We are here for you. We are here to provide our services efficiently by using modern technology to its fullest and innovating regularly. Now, why did we start this company? See, the basic chore that is part of every household is laundry, and in this competitive world, it is very difficult to cope up with the household chores. This company helps in reducing the workload, availing the dry cleaning services at an affordable price. Who can use our service? Anyone who needs to get the laundry done can use the service. Although our main target are students and bachelors who are staying away from their home for studies or work purpose. We will appeal to the medium income individuals and to all in lower medium income bracket. The business model is pretty simple. It's pay per use, which is you have to pay after the laundry is done while placing the order or after you have received the delivery. Or a subscription model where you can take a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. So, I'm going to explain you the basic operations model, which is divided into three main fundamental parts, which is the customer experience, pickup and delivery model, laundry plan model, and finally the big picture. The customer experience is pretty simple. You download the app, open the app, set the pickup location, pickup date, time, pickup slot, select the drop time slot, etc. to select a payment mode and finally place your order. A pickup agent will come to you at the requested time. He will generate a bill based on the laundry that you have given. He will be tagging all your clothes and generating a bill. You can just sit back and relax after this. Your laundry will be taken to the laundry plant, cleaned, dry cleaned, all good, set, and it will be delivered back to you, and you can finally do the payment. So this is the basic UI of the app that we have developed. This is the login page, and this is the order placement page where you have to select the time, date, and the address, so that you can confirm the booking for the delivery pickup and delivery unit to come and pick up your order. So now, the pickup and delivery model is the crucial and most important operations model. So this is divided into multiple parts. The mobile pickup and delivery unit, which is I'm going to explain in the next slide. The concept of time slots that we have introduced here. Journey of one mobile unit in one particular time slot. Task procedures that the delivery and pickup unit has to follow, and advantages of this model. So now, mobile pickup and delivery unit. What does it consist? It's basically a van and with two employees who are the guys who will pick up and deliver your clothes. They will be given a tablet with their employee login. They'll be given tags to tag your clothes and scan them and register them into the system, and finally generate the bill. They'll be given packing material to safely pack your clothes and transport them between the plant and your house without any damage. Now, the concept of time slots is pretty new, but it's pretty simple to understand. The whole day is divided into 4 time slots: 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 1 to 4, and 4 to 7, with the lunch break from 12 to 1 for all employees. So if you can see here, you can select a time slot while placing an order, and your pickup or delivery will be done in that particular time slot. So the journey of one mobile unit in one time slot, it's pretty simple. So as all the orders are placed, right, let's say the first time slot is 6 to 9. So starting at 6 o'clock or let's say at 5:55, a slot summary is generated. It consists the list of all the orders that were placed before before the start of that particular slot. That means before 5:55, and extra time will be given for the delivery unit to plan the route and journey to pick up all the orders that were given to them. Now, once all the tasks of picking up or dropping is finished, the mobile unit will return back to the laundry plant, deliver all the pickups of the slots, pickups from that particular current slot to the plant, and they need to get ready for the next slot. The basic cycle of what a delivery unit will go through. The task procedure. So, at task is basically the pickup or the delivery. So, what is the procedure that needs to be followed by the PD crew to pick up? They have to segregate the clothes, check for any belongings. They have to tag them with unique ID generated for that particular order. They need to enter the quantity of each category of clothing, then generate the bill finally, and then pack the laundry. And yes, then that's it. That's the done. The drop-off procedure is pretty simple. You deliver the packed laundry which you pick up from the plant at the start of the slot. Verify the contents if necessary, and finally ensure the payment is finished. What is the advantages of this model? All the data is available at the start of a particular slot, independent from the operations in the laundry plant. Offers flexibility to optimize and reassign resources according to the data. Data is basically the orders that are generated before the slot. Scalable, as new mobile units can be easily introduced and integrated with the system. Increases efficiency and will be highly effective when operating with high demand. Limitations. We need a separate team to regularly monitor, optimize and reassign the resources. Need to develop a separate analytics model in order to make use of this data. Now, the laundry plant model will be explained by the operations manager, Saroj. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is the laundry plant model, as you can see, and it consists of two things: processes and the resources. Now, in the processes part, you can see like it's been divided basically into three types: input, inspection, scanning, segregation. So let me just go through all these processes. So input, you can get from the word itself that it means delivery guys will be picking up the orders from the customer and will be delivering to our plant. So after the product is delivered, the packages are opened one by one and inspection will be taking place to make sure that number of clothes collected from the customer is same as number of clothes received. So each cloth will be having the unique ID which was generated pickup wise while picking the orders from the customers. Now the unique ID will be scanned and stored, and the scanning for this unique ID, I'll get a reason why we need to store after a few more processes. So like next comes to scanning and segregation. So in scanning and segregation, you can see like after scanning it, the clothes are segregated based on the material of the clothes. Like we know sometimes you have to don't mix color clothes, white clothes kind of things, and some clothes will be going through different processes for suppose to be washed. For example, some clothes are need like jeans clothes are need to be soaked in water for some time and then need to be washed, and white clothes are need to be washed separately, and also there will be some clothes which need to be dry cleaned. Yeah, so it need to be segregated. So after segregating it, this will be sent to the washing center where all kinds of washing process will be taking place. For example, dry cleaning, like where will be cleaning your woolen clothes, the jeans, any kind of things. So after cleaning all the clothes, after just washing all the clothes, we'll go to the scanning process and it will be sent to the drying section. In the drying section, the clothes will be sent for drying time. So after drying time, it will be scanned again. The clothes will be ready for pressing. So in the pressing section, then just from the word you can know like the dry clothes will be coming up there and it will be pressed and folded. So after this folding process, another scan process will be going on. Now comes inspection and segregation. Now in inspection, you can see after the scanning process, the clothes will be segregated based on the customer packages, and inspection will be taking place to make sure that each package have all the clothes as mentioned in the receipt. Now here comes the reason why for each process we have to just scan the ID. It's because like we don't actually wash clothes for one customer at a time. What we do is we make a whole bundle, like we mix all the customers' clothes. Now after washing this will be coming as a whole together and we need to segregate it. So suppose while segregating for a certain customer they are not able to find certain clothes. So from the system we can see, we can go to the person's bill and the unique ID is there, and from the unique ID for a certain code which is missing, we can get the idea where it is, which section is it stuck, so that none of the clothes gets missed inside the plant. Now after this process, all the clothes plant are segregated based on the customers to be stored in the storage. So once the slot somewhere is generated for a particular slot, then the respective orders will be given to the delivery guys taking up from the storage, and they are sent for delivery. Now here comes the resources for the plant. For example, we have electricity, water supply, detergents, washing machine, brush washing soaps, fabric softeners, white relevant chemicals. Support for white relevant chemicals you can select Ujala kind of things, something related to that. And tetrachloroethylene is also called perchloroethylene. So these are basic chemical which is used in dry cleaning purposes in industries. And apart from that, we need steam press for ironing and package materials for packing. So these are the resources we'll be mostly needing for our uh, plant-based resources. So thank you. It's a basic prototype about Batata. So here you can see it's the home screen, and apart from home screen, you can see like about us, like what is really about Batata and its features. And also like if you want to log in, just place a order, you can just log in from here. You have to just enter your phone number or email, the password. And apart from that, like if you don't have the account, you can register from this place, like with your name, your phone number or email or a password. So yeah, this is you login and register. And also you can look at the orders. For example, this is a basic prototype, like you can see like this has been made already, the payment is complete, it's pending, and at last you can see like it's cancelled. So yeah, this tab is for all the payments one. Here you can see like these are things in progress and these are things which are delivered. So yeah, this is the basic website of Batata. Thank you.
Hello sir, I am Shashwat Nwani, the Chief Technical Officer of this company, Batata. What are my roles and responsibilities? My foremost role was to create a UI of this application and then proceed with the working. Then I started working on the website. I along with Saroj, created a website. I have to create and maintain the database. I have to think of publicizing and expanding of our business using the technical aspects, how we can use technology with it. I have to make sure the consumer's data, our customers' data is secure. They should feel safe. Same technical index, these are all the points which I have to cover. User interface for mobile application. So I have created the UI on Figma, which is set at 36 frames per page. What all I have created? The logo, sign in, sign up page, booking ID, tracking facility, home, and how to use a platform. Basically, if anyone who is not familiar with our technology or a village area person who wants to use this, then he can simply understand from our video tutorial or from our description that how to use it. Logo, this is how our logo looks like, Batata. Now what green represents that we are trying our best that whatever we do is as eco-friendly as possible. This is our homepage and the description of what we do and about us. the sign in sign up page, OTP verification, the booking slot, the booking, the history of orders and the current orders which have been executed or have been cancelled or are in progress. This is the history, our profile, the how you make a payment, how you select your address, you can save it, how you want your notification. Like there will be a step-by-step option. Like when if you are booking for entire service, so as soon as your clothes are washed, you will get a notification that the first step has been completed. Similarly, till your delivery agent delivers your product, your clothes to your doorstep, every notification can be sent, or just a single time notification that when is coming. The website is being creating using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. What all I have integrated with this? The website will have a normal page for the customers. There will be an admin page, so that admin can simply check what all is the progress, how many users are currently using our website, what are the history, and similarly there are how have I created this website, where have I hosted this. So first of all, the domain name registry. I have booked the domain name from GoDaddy, which is usually 1,000 to 1,500 per annum price. This is a rental facility. Then how to get a server. So for this we have various options, but my personal favorite is again GoDaddy, because we can integrate Node.js or simply JS with it. The server, we have an option of Apache or Google Clouds. I would like to go with Google Cloud because it gives us the more versatile customization option. And at the end, whatever we want to use, we have to pay at the end. So basically, it's not like if you have booked something and at the end you think, no, I should have added this feature to, I should have purchased the part. But in Google Cloud, we don't have. We have to pay whatever we use, we'll pay at the end. Our website will be certified by CSS SSL certification. So what SSL certification is? HTTPS, that is the secure server. That whatever you are sharing with this is secure, and I will get the certification from Cloudflare. And it will be an yearly certification, so that every year after we update our website, there will be a new certification. Similarly, Exotel over there, what does this Exotel and what does this geolocation our website will do? Exotel is used for OTP verification. So all the Jio, Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, all the OTPs in India, everything will be verified and everything will be credible if you use it from Exotel. Geolocation, if you are planning to book anything, then you have to choose your location. From which shop are you planning to book our service, or what is your location? So instead of typing, you can simply use Google Maps. For this, there is existing API, which is geolocation API. The expansion, as I said, there should be 3 databases, and that shouldn't be available to all. This should be well secure. Customer side, company side, which includes all the employees or the shop owners, the admin side, which is the board of the directors or the technical department. So from the admin side, we can update, give new features. Admin side is not just restricted to the database, but to give regular updates, bug fixing updates to our application. Okay, so this is how our website looks like. The sign in, sign up, similarly home, about page. The same like our application, the order history, the paid, current or due. This is how actually a database looks like. So here you can see the serial number. So as of now, for the test run, I have created a database of 25. Number of rows is 25. So it stores the name, address, email. Similarly, it has a series of rows like credit card details, whatever. So that will be secured, and each of them will be encrypted, and we can use even blockchain with this. Future plans. So if our business expands to a great extent, our foremost future plan will be to have part-time employees. So I've seen my relatives, my family friends who have to travel daily to their offices from one city to another. So they can act as our delivery agent just for a single delivery. It's their choice. So since they have to go to a specific destination, they can pick and drop whatever comes in their way. So this is the customization option. You have to use various algorithms so that it's efficient. Similarly, if you are free and you have some spare time, then you have to work, can also do that. For this, we need to ensure KYC so that our delivery agent, the part-time worker, is verified and in case any mishappening happens, we know whom to track. Similarly, the main purpose is to generate employment, and the best way is the laundry service nearby your houses. We see the people who iron our clothes, who washes our clothes. If we are able to integrate them, we are able to convince them. We will try our best, and if they join our application, the majority of them are not just our employees. They will publicize our website, our application. They are the one who are linked to the root cause, the root of our society. So they are the one who will publicize. These are the few aspects which we can do with the help of technical things, like giving various updates, giving offers, giving technical advertisement like using social media.
My name is Shifali Chaudhary and my registration number is 18MSI0066 and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of a startup named Trouble Free Press. So in case of marketing, we started by doing a market analysis from where we could find out our potential customers, what our customers require, and how are we better from the rest. Based on all this information, we could plan all our market strategies. So for market analysis, we first made a Google form, then circulated it. These were some questions that we asked our target audience. Based on a survey, we could find out that our potential audience is the students and the bachelors who are staying away from home for work or study purposes. In India, a lot of people use online service, starting from food delivery or online banking services. But online laundry service is limited to few colleges like VIT and some housing societies. So here we have a lot of potential to grow, whereas the competition is really low. So from a survey that we conducted, we could find out what our customers require. They want high quality, affordable price, promotional offers, timely delivery in good condition, and ready availability. How are we better from the rest? So here we do not just provide a quick laundry service, but we are also generating employment. Customers can choose what detergent they want to use, and according to that, we'll provide them with better services, top level customer service, and clean facilities. So our market strategies are based on word of mouth, which is the cheapest and the most effective way of marketing. Then we can also use local SEO, where we can register our business on Google My Business, and whenever someone searches for a laundry near me, Google can actually help and display a company's name. Then we are going for Just Dial. We can register there, and Just Dial can also help in marketing our company. For advertisement purposes, we are basically going for mailbox, banners, Facebook and Instagram posts. Sales promotion. We will offer our customers some discount and some promo codes which they can use. Website plays a very important role in a startup. So we are trying to make it very interactive, where people can write their reviews and can also give us suggestions like what all new things they want us to add in. So our plans. We are going for collaboration with detergent brands, part-time job for college students, automatic washing machines, fancy ways of marketing our brand, and work on making our app and website more interactive. In case of collaboration, we are planning to collaborate with certain schools, housing societies, hotels, residents, and some restaurants and outlets. There we are planning to install our automatic washing machines, and that is how we can market our company in the initial stage. Then we are also planning to collaborate with some detergent brands, be it big or a local brand. There are many small business owners who make herbal detergents, and they are also eco-friendly. So that way we can actually cut down our detergent cost if we collaborate with such brands. Part-time job for college students. We are actually planning to make college students our campus ambassadors, where they can work for us. They can work in the call center services or can work as a delivery boy, or if they are good with designing, they can make posters for us and in return we'll pay them. Automatic washing machines. We can install automatic washing machines in some housing societies and colleges like VIT and other nearby colleges. Fancy way of marketing our brand. So our posters need to be very catchy, and that is why we need to go for some fancy marketing ways. So these are some examples. Work on making our app and website more interactive. To make our website more interactive, we provide them with some offers where if they write reviews, suggestions, they can actually get some promo codes, and this is how we'll market it.
Hi, I'm Shashank Rajulia. My registration number is 18BC2231. I am the HR of Trouble Free Press. These are the few entities that has been taken care in this presentation. This is the organization that are also maintained by the HR. What HR is, what HR does in the company. Basically, HR is the entity that helps other employee and helps the other employee and the company to achieve their goal. He sees what employee can do the best to achieve their goal. So he assign the job to them to see and get what the result company can get. These are the CTO, CMO, HR, CFO. Suppose if 2 person needs to be required for the one task, HR will decide who are these 2 person to get and in the best place to achieve the goal. These are the work policies, attendance quota, leaves, and holiday office timings. This attendance quota is very important for the HR to maintain and to see how punctual is the employee and to maintain the final end of the month of the report and the end of the year report of the employee. These are the leaves that also been in and also be validated, also been changeable to that depends on the person, that if we apply for this something that can also be easily manageable. This is all not the strict, but these are the things has to be followed. These are the office timing, and in the spending situation, we are also making it more flexible so that whatever the waves came, we are flexible to what it comes. These are the statutory requirements that need to be taken by the HR, electricity board, tax registration, service tax registration. From the tax registration, there also a fact that HR also sees the fact of tax of every employee so that they can get the best benefit. See where the tax can be reducible, how they can get the benefit from the company, they reduce their tax so they can get pollution control based clear registration are the few statutory requirements that also been seen by the HR. These are the equipment. These are not the direct equipment that has been written. These are the tested equipment that has not more or not less than. These are the exact number to achieve the goal of the company. These are the manpower. That's the same for the equipment also. These are the exact number that has to be needed. In this fifth position, you can see any other is basically for that if anything happened, any emergency happened, we cannot waste our time. Any other person that we have on the backup side can come into it and work for us. His wages will be in the average because it can be skilled, it can be optional. The work is distributable, so that's why his wages was also high. These are the number that we required in the Trouble Free Press company. These are the land and building that we required for the Trouble Free Press to execute their product. These are the specific policies that HR needs to see that nothing can be happened to their employee. Everything happened for the company because we don't want any trouble in the future. Employment contract, because what is employment contract? I will go one by one. Employment contract is basically that contract that helps because we have every employment has a different work, so the contract also needs to be different. 90% of the contract will be the same, 10% will be different. Code of conduct is something that every person in the company has the personal knowledge, has the personal stats, has the secret task, has the secret models with them. They cannot overtell and tell to anybody. Employee wages, HR also need to see that what the employment gets in the company has to be maintained in the market so that they cannot change the company. Employment provident fund is basically the fund that needs to be maintained by the HR so that whenever the retirement takes place for the employment, he needs to see what plans, what society, what scenario he is in. Sexual harassment is also a very key important part in the Indian society because we need to make the workplace as the decorum of the company to be quiet and normal. So we don't want any harassment. That also needs to be taken by the policies, that also need to be managed by the HR. Anything miserable happen, they come to HR and HR will help them. Maternity leaves and culture are also a few policies that as the birth of the child, it depends on the HR. That the person tells that she wants to take before or after, the HR fills the position, whom can that be taken for the 80 days, that can be taken from the hiring section. These are the SWOT analysis. Strength what we have, the two basic strengths that we had, we don't have the more investing in the big amount of investing, so the loss of losing the game is also very less. The owner of the company doesn't need to have to be in the head of every employment. It can work efficiently even if he is away. Weakness is that we are all facing the pandemic, and the pandemic is very difficult for us to go through the services to pick up the laundries. The price is very flexible. We cannot change from the 10 rupees t-shirt to be for 15 rupees t-shirt that we required such amount for the laundry. Opportunity is that the big organization also coming in to collaborate with us, and then the new thing, they're moving forward. No one wants to do the laundry. Everyone wants to be the perfect place. They need to be see that everything has to be managed, and we are here to manage them. There are the threats that any issue regarding the clothes is very a big problem for us, because we are taking 10 rupees per person. If anything happened to the 10 rupees t-shirt, we are not in a position to give them exact 350 rupees for that what they have bought. So what we are doing to remove this threat is we are pre-training the employment. We are pre-training them to see what happened to there. We are checking at every check post. We are checking that nothing can be go wrong, so we can fall into such place that we lost the money. This other risk assessment has to be maintain what are the hazards, what might have harmed us, what are we doing, or what are the necessary steps that has been taken. Because as the HR, I don't want my company to be put in such space that they can feel that in future they can have this problem that might be a bigger or small. We need to minimize the standards. It's better to take precaution to become cure. So it is better to take what are the steps that we are required to do, because as we go through this, this is very important for the HR, that nothing can go wrong in the future. As we are working with this, nothing can go wrong with this. Plans are all the organization reaches its goal, ensure utilization, team spirit, capability to perform the present job, achievement, maintain high morale among employees, even morale.
Everyone, I'm Santosh. I'm the Chief Finance Officer for this startup Trouble Free Laundry, and I'm going to handle all the finance part of the company. First one, location. Our rented space in Gandhinagar, Ellur, near PVR Cinemas. Establishment cost. 3-month lease rate, which cost around 3 lakhs along with 50,000 caution deposit. Totally 3,50,000. Next comes physical facilities and equipments. First category will be plant and machineries, which includes Syntax water tank, heavy duty washing machines 4, dry cleaning machines with motor 2, sieving machines, vehicle for delivery purpose. Totally cost around 25 lakhs. Next comes office setup, which includes computers, office furniture, stationeries, laundry utensils, electrical fittings, signboard, air conditioners, miscellaneous cost. Hence, the total overall startup cost will be 31,26,000. Next comes running cost, which includes advertisement, Wi-Fi cost, inventory purchase, maintenance of machines, water suppliers, miscellaneous, municipal charges, and security. Our total running cost will be 80,25,000 per month and 9,63,000 per annum. Next comes variable cost and fixed cost. Our variable cost includes utilities, additional space rent if required, and detergents. Total variable cost per annum will be 65,000 to 75,000, and fixed cost, which includes payroll, electricity charges, rent, miscellaneous cost. Our total fixed cost will be 32,30,000 for first year. From second year onwards, it will be 35,80,000. There are 4 types of cost: startup cost, running cost, variable cost, and fixed cost. Startup cost is 31,60,000, running cost is 9,63,000, variable cost is 65,000, and fixed cost is 35,80,000. Next, cost proportion. With the help of this graph, we can see that we spend more amount in fixed cost, followed by startup cost, running cost, and variable cost. Our total cost is 77,34,000. From second year onwards, we are not going to spend anything on startup cost. We are going to spend in only 3 types of cost, which is running cost, variable cost, fixed cost, which is around 46,08,000. Next, initial fundings. There are 2 types of fundings: bank loan and personal investment. First one, bank loan will be credit card guarantee scheme CGS held by Credit Card Guarantee Fund Trust for micro and small enterprises. The allowed amount is 2 crore, but we take only 38 lakhs. Second one will be personal investment. Our CEO paid 10 lakh and other 6 members paid 5 lakh each. Amount from the personal investment will be 40 lakhs. Total amount is 78 lakhs. Next, income. With the help of this graph, we can see that we can gain more income from others, followed by pants, t-shirts, bed sheets, carpet, blanket, and jackets. Next comes a balance sheet for the first 5 years. In the first year, we are going to face loss, but from the second year, we are going to see more profit on our table. Finally, total profit. Our total profit amount in 5 years is 1 crore 74 lakh 84,000, and average profit across 5 years is 34 lakh 96,800. That's my point.
Hi, I am Shashank Kanchal. I am Chief Finance Officer of the project. Hereby, we are going to answer the question that how fast we are expecting the business to grow and what's our growth rate. At first, we'll be focused on building our consumer base in the first year. Thereafter, we are expecting a growth rate of 20% per annum, which can be by the virtue of word of mouth and advertisement. And as the company generates more revenue, we can spend more on advertisement and more people will come to know about our services. In this slide, I'm going to talk about my financial objectives. Our first financial objective is to break even as soon as possible. Then we have to generate good revenue, and we have to invest more in advertisement so that our business is able to grow and expand. And once we build enough trust in the consumer base and our service is better and faster than our rival companies, we can plan on increasing the margin of profit by increasing our rates. Break-even analysis. Break-even analysis is useful in determining the level of production or a targeted desired sale mix so that we are able to calculate our profit and maximize our profit. In economics, business and cost accounting, break-even analysis refers to the point of time where total cost is equal to the total revenue generated till that point of time. That is when investment equals our revenue. Calculation of break-even analysis is simple. We have to reach the point where total cost is equal to the total revenue. So we have to include all our costs, including the monthly running cost, establishment cost, machines cost, or the cost to set up the office, variable costs, and the fixed cost. And we have to take in account all the revenue being generated through different products or different services we are selling, and the point where both are equal is known as the break-even analysis. So this is the break-even calculator for first year. Our first year cost, including establishment cost, that is 3,50,000, and it's one-time cost. Plant and machinery costs, it will cost around 25 lakh, which is also a one-time investment. Office setup, it will cost around 4 lakh 26,000, and this is also a one-time cost. Running cost comes about approximately 80,250 rupees per month, which comes to about 9 lakh and 63,000 per year. Variable costs come to be around 65,000 and 75,000 per year. Fixed costs like payroll and rent will be around 2,94,100 rupees, which will come around 32,30,000 for first year, which brings us to our total cost for our first year, which is 75,44,000 rupees only. Then the total revenue generated can be seen here clearly based on the different services like carpet. Carpet will generate a 50,000 monthly and approximately 6 lakh per annum. Carpet, blanket, jacket, t-shirt, pant, bedsheet, and others for which different services has different rates. So we have an approximation of about 67 lakh 50,000 revenue for first year. which brings us to our net total revenue minus total cost, which is 75,44,000 minus this amount, which gives us 7,94,000 in loss. In first year will be 7,94,000 loss, which we have to break even to reach the break even point. And for second year, the running cost will be increased considering that our business grows by 20%. It will be around 85,000. Variable cost, fixed cost will also increase, and total cost will come around 3,90,000 rupees. Then we assume the revenue generated based on the 10% growth will be around 6,18,000 per month, and total profit per month, that is total revenue generated minus the total cost that we are spending, is around 2,28,750 rupees. And net loss of last year, which we have to compensate to break even, is 7,94,000 rupees. So we'll have to divide this amount by total profit we are saving every month. So we'll get around 3.5 months. And to be on safer side, we can count it to be 4 months, and in 4 months we'll definitely break even. So to conclude my break even analysis, I have come to a conclusion that it will take around 1 year and 4 months of time to break even if everything goes as per plan and as per calculation, and after that company will be profitable. Thank you.